Therefore, the old idea of local currency was reborn. Paper, cardboard, wood, and all other stuff that they use made from fish skin was used as money. Yeah, again, this is not an issue of whether you can create some money and decide to trade with your neighbor. That's not the issue. The issue here is that you won't trade with your neighbor. Okay? But yeah, you can use anything for money. You can even use, trade your wife for his dog if you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Trade only as long as trade exists. When trade is no more, then there's no reason to trade because there's nothing to trade because you won't get anything out of it, and the only thing of value at that point is food. Food is the only thing of value. And here, let me show you an example, okay? Because people have a hard time understanding that trade disappears. Okay, so here we'll give an extreme example so that you understand why trade is not always in the best interest of the parties. Okay, here it goes. Okay, your ship capsized. Okay. And two fellows, they make it to a little island there on shore. One guy brings a treasure chest. He's got all this money. He says, hey, before the ship sinks, I'm going to make sure I get all the money I can out of there. And he goes and brings in the treasure chest. The other guy brings, food. He brings apples, potatoes, whatever you can find in the kitchen, I guess, right? Or in the stockroom. And it turns out he ends up in the palm tree side of the island. Fine, great. Anyways, the first thing they both do is protect themselves, putting barbed wire and building trenches. Why? Because, one guy's afraid the other guy will steal his stuff, right? But it turns out that one guy has an advantage over the other, and that is that he's got the food, he's got the thing that's going to keep him alive. The other guy's just hoping to go back to civilization and use the treasure chest. Well, it turns out that, it all depends on luck. If another ship comes around, yeah, the guy with the treasure chest might be in very good luck. On the other hand, if no one shows up for a while, that guy's in trouble because he's got a lot of money and he has no use for it on that island. Okay, it's the guy who's got the food that's got an advantage, and he can get the treasure chest once the other guy's dead. Now, I don't know if you understood any of that. Some people have trouble understanding all this stuff, but yeah, trade is not always in the best interest of the parties and not necessarily always voluntary. So here, let me give you another little story, okay? And this is not mine. It's, some of you might know it. It says Sanji's Backstory One Piece. You can look it up on YouTube. Little video, cartoon video, just made by the Japanese. And I'll just briefly tell you the story. It's that a pirate and a kid end up on an island just pretty much like these other two guys. This island's completely empty. There's nothing there. And they manage to get some stuff off the ship. Okay, that sank. Okay, so the pirate gives the kid a small bag of food. Okay, and he says, go to the other side of the island and you look in that direction and find out if there's a ship there coming and let me know as soon as possible, as soon as you see a ship that's coming to rescue us. And I'm going to do it on this side. And he keeps a big bag, okay? Okay, so the kid goes to the other side and he watches, and he's eating his food, right? Until it finally dwindles to nothing. And he remembers that the old pirate, he kept a big bag. He said, that SOB, he's got all that food here, I'm starving. And so he goes to where the pirate is, and the pirate says, what, did you see a ship coming? Is that why you came over? He says, no, I came because you gave me a small bag of food, and look at the big bag you have. So he takes his knife and rips the bag open, and it's not food. What comes out is all the gold coins, the balloons. The treasure chest was in his bag. He gave the kid the food, and he kept all the money, pretty much like I explained a second ago. And, well, you can look at the moral of the story over there, okay? Anyways, yeah, it's not always a good deal to get treasure, money, bitcoins, Ethereum, or whatever. No. Towards the end of, when the global economy collapses, the only thing of value will be food. You'd be a fool if you go out there and say, oh, I'm going to rob the bank, now that the bank's free of people and there's no police, I'm going to rob the bank and take all the money out. Yeah, well, good luck with all that. You won't be able to use it for anything. You'll be stuck on that same island. Okay,